Hello and welcome you watching the Trending Verdict Question with me, Shavan Sen. Ladies and gentlemen, the headache of the INDI Alliance is just growing with every passing day. Now, in a fresh face-off between Mamata Banerjee and the left in the state of West Bengal, the Chief Minister has alleged that it is the left that is dictating terms as far as the INDI Alliance is concerned. Now, this infighting still continues with Adhiranjan Chaudhary taking a direct attack on the Trinamool Congress, saying that there is absolutely no need for the Trinamool Congress as far as the INDI Alliance is concerned. Now, Mamata's comments were criticized by the Congress party, Adhiranjan Chaudhary, who once again labelled her as an opportunist. Meanwhile, another INDI bloc Neta, KC Tyagi, speaking exclusively to Republic TV, has hit out at the Congress party. The JDU Neta says that NDA is leading with the campaigning for the Lok Sabha polls, whereas the INDI bloc continues to reel under the leadership tussle. Here are the developments, and then we begin the trending burning question.
It's an all-out fight in INDI. Trinamool Congress chief Mamata Banerjee has trained her guns on her INDI ally, the left, accusing it of controlling the agenda and dictating terms of the INDI bloc.
इंडिया नाम हमने दिया, लेकिन मेरे का दुख का बात है ये कहने का। हम लोग मीटिंग में जाते हैं, हम देखते हैं सीपीएम मीटिंग को कंट्रोल करते हैं, जिसको साथ 34 साल हमारा जिंदगी में लड़ाई किया हमने, हम उसको कोई एडवाइस नहीं मानेंगे।
Congress MP Adhiranjan Chaudhary, who had earlier called Trinamool a cancerous party, has called Mamata Banerjee an opportunist.
कांग्रेस पार्टी की दया से और मदद से 2011 साल में ममता बनर्जी खुद सत्ता पे आई थी। ये बात मान के चलिए, ममता बनर्जी एक अवसरवादी नेत्री की नाम है।
The BJP took this opportunity to corner CM Mamata.
मैं कहना चाहता हूँ, लेफ्ट का काम ही यही है कंट्रोल। आप लेफ्ट का कंट्रोल में घुसा क्यों? इसीलिए अभी भी INDA जोट छोड़ के निकाल आई है। कारण ना आपको कोई वही पर विश्वास करते हैं, ना INDA जोट में ममता बनर्जी को कोई ज्यादा महत्व देते हैं। सारे तो लेफ्ट और कांग्रेस मिलके काम कर रहा है। तो लेफ्ट और कांग्रेस का पैर का नीचे बैठ के ममता जी को काम करना है तो INDA में रह जाए।
As conundrum over the PM face continues. Speaking exclusively to Republic TV, JDU leader KC Tyagi took a dig at Congress, saying NDA is leading with poll campaigning, whereas INDI is grappling with PM face tussle.
बिखरा नहीं है, लेकिन जो हमारी चिंताएं हैं वो सीट शेयरिंग को जल्दी निपटाने के लिए भी हैं, लेकिन हम NDA में बीजेपी के साथ काम कर चुके हैं। उनकी क्षमताओं को, सवालों को जिस तरह से वो फैलाते हैं उसको, उनके संगठन को लेकर के हम वाकिफ़ हैं और उसके मुकाबले में हमारी तैयारियां कम हैं। लिहाजा हम अपने गठबंधन को और तीव्रता के साथ संचालित करने के पक्षधर हैं। इसका कोई और अन्य अर्थ नहीं निकाला जाए।
The BJP cornered INDI Alliance for lack of leadership.
The so-called INDI Alliance is a non-alliance in a real sense. There is no clarity about its leadership, its agenda, its logo, its office. And what we are seeing on a daily basis is literally a war between the various constituents of this paper alliance.
Can INDI douse the fire in its bloc ahead of the Lok Sabha polls? Bureau Report, Republic TV.
A straight face-off between Siddharth Yadav of the Bharatiya Janata Party and Professor Monojit Mondal, who leans towards the Trinamool Congress. Professor Mondal, to begin with you, forget about winning the elections. You cannot perhaps significantly even bring down the majority that is steering the NDA. The reason being, take a look at the state from where you come from. Mamata Banerjee has already indicated that 42 seats is where Trinamool Congress is going to contest. If that's going to happen, if the position that she's taken right now, that the left has been completely diminished, the Congress party says that she's an opportunist, where do you think will you get the strength to take on the Bharatiya Janata Party?
No, I think first of all, BJP or NDA that you talk about can't even answer my single question about the fact that which is the second largest party in their NDA. I'm still waiting for that answer. That's point number one. Point number two, I think Mamta has stated the obvious. As far as Bengal is concerned, of course, TMC is the dominating party. It is the TMC that is fighting these, communal forces in the form of the BJP, not CPIM Congress. Rather,
your party,
both CPIM
Trinamool
and
Congress says
they are in tacitly or at times even overtly.
But Mamata Banerjee has not really declared even the BJP as the biggest enemy at this point in time. From the latest speech that she has delivered, it appears for the public that her bigger headache is the left parties. Mr. BK Kangu, if I can come to you also, Mamata Banerjee says that you are dictating the terms and you have no right to dictate the terms.
Shawan, you hail from this part of the country. Shawan, you hail from this part of the country. You are talking about a political.
I am expecting an answer. I have not stopped you. I have not stopped you.
For the last 5 years.
Hello, can you hear me?
Ever since 2016, CPIM has not even won a single seat.
So
if you
I'm getting
talk
disturbed.
about CPIM being the biggest enemy, that's your problem. Mamta has stated the obvious thing that there is no question of even thinking about an alliance with CPIM. Thinking about an alliance with CPIM because CPIM, I think, is just the other side of BJP. And for your kind information, we do not think that CPIM is a communist party. We do not think. That is not a communist party. That is their fake agenda, what they have been doing for the last 34 years. Congress, again, there is no question of any tie with Adhi Chowdhury's Congress. Adhi Chowdhury has destroyed the Congress. He has surrendered even Murshidabad Congress to BJP. Murshidabad, where he comes from, in the 2021 election, he did not even win a single seat. All the seats were given to BJP by Congress. So, Mr. Adhi Chowdhury, if you are listening to me, think about your seat. You are now behind by 20,000 votes in your own constituency.
This is the classic case,
so if you have
Professor Mondal, classic case where the Bharatiya Janata Party on the sidelines, on the sun, it's almost like Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. That's the classic situation right now. The Bharatiya Janata Party essentially has nothing to do. What they have to do is perhaps sit on the fence and watch each one of you make a mockery of yourself. Now imagine a situation where you are saying in the national. Hold me. I gave you the chance, Professor Mondal. I gave you the chance to respond. Why don't you hear me out also?
No,
I know it's not the most comfortable situation.
I just
just think about this. Think about this. Think from the people's point of view, not from your political perception on this entire matter and your complicated political alliance here. From the people's perspective, if they are largely viewing the Trinamool Congress as against the Bharatiya Janata Party, they would expect that you take on the BJP head on rather than taking the left head on, or for that matter the Congress Party head on. In the national capital, of course, who does not know the history?
How could you forget the history?
Now, one second, Professor Mondal, you think we are naive? You think we are naive? Everyone remembers the history. That is exactly why we reminded you that when you actually... No, hear me out. No one has forgotten the history. The bloody, violent history of the state of West Bengal when your leader had taken on the left government. The question is, why did you actually start? Why did you then get into the alliance? You knew that the left is going to be part of the alliance. Why did you get into it? Okay, that time BJP? What violence are you talking about? I'm talking about the violence when Mamata Banerjee was the principal opposition.
Violence was...
Okay, let me get... Okay, Professor Mondal, you made your point. Let me also get the others into it.
The BJP. Okay. Look who are the BJP's cadre. Most of them are CPIM and the rejected people of TMC.
Would you give me an apology? I'm not speaking anybody's...
Okay, Mr. Kangu, if Mr. Kangu of the CPI...
Okay,
Professor Mondal, let's take this... Let's widen the debate. Let's widen...
You can hold a 1 minute.
Let's widen the debate. You are not... the party that you are leaning towards, that's not the only factor within the INDI Alliance. Let me also quickly take Mr. B.K. Gangu. Mr. B.K. Gangu, is the BJP your real enemy, or the Trinamool Congress is your real enemy? Because Mamata Banerjee is only concerned about the fact that you are dictating the terms. If that is the case, where exactly do you stand within the alliance?
See, please understand one thing. As far as West Bengal is concerned, when the left was there, the issues of law and orders could have been there. But the problem was always a class war. Economic issues were dominant. The communalization has taken place subsequently when TMC came to power. So in India today, the problem.
So why are you in alliance with them? Why are you in the alliance?
It is not a question.
If you don't like the Trinamool Congress,
question is how to avoid communalization.
If you don't like, your position is the worst.
TMC has
your
failed
position,
on
Mr. Gangu,
not to stop communalization of politics.
2 states.
And therefore, left feels essentially.
Mr. Gangu, your position.
To defeat BJP decisively, left has to maintain its position and its stand. That it is against communalism, it is
what
for
position?
secularism, and for
position
the
where?
constitutional values and economic
position
issues of the
where?
people.
Trinamool Congress can still boast about the fact. Trinamool Congress can still boast about the fact that they are in power, and they would simply say that we are looking into the winnability factor, so we are not going to give you the seats in the state of West Bengal. We will fight everything. At max, I will give 2 to the Congress party. Your position is precarious right now. Your position is precarious because you are fighting the Congress party in the state of Kerala. As far as West Bengal is concerned, you are basically left with nothing. Most of your cadres have moved into Siddharth Yadav's party. So where does it really leave you?
See, the question is, please understand one thing, that essentially we are fighting for certain values in the system and the society. The value of
values is absolutely fine.
Are important. Whether the
when you go to the people,
that will be decided. This will be decided. Now the Bengal is the rejected BJP and its communal politics. So I am very confident that within a period of time you will see the re-emergence of left in West Bengal. So we are very optimistic.
Bengal has embraced by that logic, Mr. Gangu, by that logic, Bengal has embraced the Trinamool Congress, not your party. Having said that, the JDU, now the interesting,
with expectation,
Mr. Gangu, count the number of seats that you have. Count the seats. Even Mamata Banerjee does not take you very seriously. While you can do Lal Salam, your classics say, the Lal Salam is not really working.
See, again, I'm telling you, Bengal
Professor Mandal, I'll give you the chance. Professor Mandal, I'll give you the chance. Tonight, I think so, Siddharth.
Okay. Siddharth is a kebab mein happy. Not to speak about.
Classic case. I don't know whom are you fighting. Sometimes I wonder. Sometimes.
Please.
No, sometimes Mr. Gangu, I wonder the allegation that Professor.
Nobody's asking for your certificate.
Siddharth Yadav seems to have a last laugh here. Professor Mandal, I'll come to you. I'll give you the chance. Let me just take one quick word from Anupriya and Siddharth Yadav also. I'll come back to you.
What will Siddharth talk about?
One second. Yeah, I find this very interesting. Siddharth Yadav, you don't have much work to do in this debate.
Not everybody has same.
Siddharth Yadav tonight has. Professor Mandal, you have to understand. You and others have actually given respite to Siddharth Yadav.
For the last 1 year, I'm not getting the answer. What is the second largest party in India?
You'll get. Okay, chalo, we'll ask that question also. We'll ask that question. Okay, Professor Mandal, just hold on. Take a step back. At least you have won the fight with the left. You have won the fight with the left. Mr. Gangu has to agree to it. Siddharth, I think so. Your position tonight in this debate is perfect. You don't have to fight any one of them. It seems that they have decided that they will do your job. Because tonight, if you see what is happening, this is a classic micro situation of the alliance and its prospects outside. Siddharth Yadav, while all of this is fine, the INDI Alliance infighting is going to help you. It is obviously helping you in building the party, at least in other states. But having said that, the perennial question that one will ask you again and again, what will happen to you and your party when it comes to southern states?
No, first of all, Shravan, I think considering the paucity of time, this might be my only opportunity when I speak. So I would expect the same courtesy that I've been extending in the 15 minutes out of the 20 minutes of this debate to other panelists. And not everybody has same etiquettes like Professor Mondal. So I'll expect him to stay silent and not issue any certificates to me or to anybody else on the panel. When it comes down to, I'll answer to your question in this for the South, but I would want to highlight the very peculiar position what has happened in West Bengal. And that peculiar position is, it is not just the cadre fighting. It is not just the issues with seat sharing. It is, I think, the widening gap, the allegation, the differences between ideologies that all these leaders are now coming out with. Now, you call a chief minister opportunist, you call her autocratic, and you still are sitting with it. And Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary is not a Mandal Adhyaksh. He is not a Jila Panchayat Sadasya. He is the leader of the floor of a Congress party. If a person of that stature comes out and says that Mamata Banerjee is opportunist, I think the Congress party's cadre would at least believe, because we obviously know that she definitely is, and she is an autocrat. No issues on that, but we are not, going to agree more with them. But same is with the CPI. Now, Mamata Banerjee is saying we'll not do, we'll do anything but not go with CPI. And now they would want to turn around the history like anything. There was no bloody history of Bengal. Mamata Banerjee, your party's leader, had to herself, face all such things from CPI, but now have to come together and sit on a table, because politics is more important. Because in politics, you have to settle down, compromise, leave such issues. So this is for the INDI Alliance. But as you said, I don't have, it is for the benefit of people of Bengal, not for BJP's benefit, because the people of Bengal are going to finally get rid of such parties, which is going to happen in the near future. But when you ask me what is going to be the case in
let's
South,
also take let's take the other constituent. Let's also take the other constituent. Let's also say that I know there is a paucity of time and I apologize for it, but Anupriya of the JDU is joining. Anupriya, just about a few months ago, your alliance partner Tejasvi Yadav was actually addressing your leader Paltu Chacha. Today, the situation is as such when KC Tyagi speaking to Republic TV is also almost borderline hinting at the fact that the NDA's campaigning is far better. It's an indication that there is a growing frustration within your party too with regards to the India Alliance, because there is no finality as far as the seat sharing is concerned.
गुड इवनिंग आप कहा कि मेरी आवाज रिवर्स आ रही है. हेलो
अनुप्रिया जी सुनाई दे रहा है हमें? सवाल जो मैं कर रहा था कि थोड़ी देर पहले केसी त्यागी कह रहे हैं कि एनडीए की कैंपेनिंग आपसे बेटर है.
मैंने सुना आपने कहा कि हमारे अलायंस पार्टी, आपने तेजस्वी जी की बातों को भी कोट किया, बट मैं आपको बता दूं कि आपने ये भी सुना होगा कि प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा था अजीत पवार जी के बारे में कि अजीत दादा की पिसिंग एंड मिसिंग, लेकिन अजीत दादा जैसे ही उनके साथ में आते हैं अलायंस में, वो बीजेपी के वॉशिंग पाउडर में जब वो धुल जाते हैं तो वो बहुत ही भ्रष्टाचारी नहीं हो गए, बहुत ही शिष्टाचारी हो जाते हैं. वो राम राज्य की बात होती है और भ्रष्टाचार खत्म हो जाती है. लेकिन आपने उस सवाल को नहीं पूछा. आपने सिद्धार्थ यादव जी को कहा कि भाई आपको टेंशन लेने की जरूरत नहीं है क्योंकि फाइटिंग जो इंडिया अलायंस के अंदर में हो रही है. लेकिन आपने कहीं से भी सवाल पूछा कि क्या एनडीए के अंदर में जितने भी इनके अलायंस पार्टियां हैं, यहाँ सीट की बातें क्या क्लियर हो गई हैं? कोई भी मुझे एक राज्य बता दे. मैं सिद्धार्थ यादव जी आपसे ही पूछ लेती हूँ, आप बता दीजिए कोई भी एक राज्य जहां बता दीजिए कि आप अपने अलायंस पार्टियों को कितने सीट देने जा रही है. मैं बिहार से आती हूँ, बिहार में ही बता दीजिए. आपने जिन पार्टियों को
अनुप्रिया, should I answer?
आपने तैयार किया. नहीं, listen to me. सिद्धार्थ यादव, पहले मैं बोल लूं, उसके बाद आप जवाब दे देंगे.
आपने क्वेश्चन पूछा तो आई एम आंसरिंग.
जितने भी पार्टियों को आपने जितनी ही पार्टियों को अपने साथ में जोड़ा है, वो पार्टियां हैं जिनको आपने दो भागों में बांट दिया है. वो टूटी फूटी पार्टियां जिनकी अपनी अस्तित्व नहीं है, जिनको आपने खत्म कर दिया, आप उसके साथ में हैं. और आप सवाल पूछते हैं इंडिया अलायंस के बारे में. निश्चित तौर पर हमारी जो बातें हैं वो पार्टी के फोरम पे भी हो रही है और जनता के बीच में भी है, जनता भी जान रही है. एटलीस्ट यहाँ पे इतनी लोकतंत्र है कि आपस में लोग बातें कह रहे हैं, अपनी नजर जो भी उनकी इश्यूज है उस पर शॉर्टेड हो रहे हैं. लेकिन आपके यहाँ तो दमनकारी चलती है. आप तो दमन कर रहे हैं कि आपके अलायंस की बात लोग तो बोल भी नहीं पा रहे हैं.
चलिए, I'll give that.
सीट है, बिहार की एक सीट
Okay.
है जिसमें चाचा
अनुप्रिया-
भतीजे की पार्टी जिनकी
अनुप्रिया
खोपड़ी में
जी,
आपने आग लगा दिया है, उनको आप
चलिए
नहीं बता पा रहे कि चाचा
आपका
लड़े
जो
कि
एक
भतीजा
सवाल
लड़े।
है, आपका जो एक सवाल है भारतीय जनता पार्टी से कि आखिरकार वो अपने अलायंस पार्टनर के साथ क्या करेंगे, जबकि कई सारे ऐसे राज्य जहां पे उनके अलायंस पार्टनर की जरूरत भी ना हो, पर फिर भी ये सवाल पूछ रहे थे। सिद्धार्थ यादव, what really happens
But
to
alliance
the coalition dharma, because
Alliance hai.
you may not need it, but the fact of the matter is that
not alone fighting.
it is always taken, especially in the state of Maharashtra. How exactly will you accommodate Ajit Pawar on the one side, on the other Eknath Shinde, and of course the rising aspirations of the deputy chief minister too?
Shravan, first of all, the party which won because of the name of Prime Minister Modi, all their Lok Sabha seats are now finally telling us, what should happen with the ally partners. You were our ally partner, but you are the Paltu Ram, so you have to go other way around. But the people who are actually sticking down with the policies for a developing Bharat, there is no infighting. And that is why this question doesn't arise. There is no abusing of each other. Nobody is saying that I will die but not sit with CPIM. Nobody is saying that Congress party is such and such. Nobody is saying that Mamta is such and such. So there is no such question. But I'll tell you, in the state elections that happened, we as NDA contested those elections. You as Congress contested. There was no ND. NDA is still there. And this is because of the leadership of Narendra Modi ji that we have such a big stature that everybody is coming together and there's no fighting. Everybody is there. And we, despite having the absolute majority, are ready to take everybody with us, give their due share and contest elections for the betterment of the people. Because in our case, Anupriya ji, the bottom line, the settlement is not the corruption settlement formula, not the Kukaram settlement formula. There is no such formula. There is only one formula.
But Siddharth, you will have to think about it. While all said and done, you too will have a tough time, at least in some states, particularly the state of Maharashtra. But thank you very much, Professor Mondal. I'm sorry. This is a debate that is going to continue. This is a debate that is going to continue. I apologize because we had to cut it short a little bit, but we're going to come back to it. Professor Mondal, there'll be enough opportunity, and especially with INDI Alliance around, I'm sure there'll be more opportunity to discuss this entire issue as to what really happens in the future. Thank you very much, Anupriya, BK Kangu, Professor Mondal and Siddharth Yadav for joining us on the trending burning question. On the other side, the big debate coming up with Editor-in-Chief Arnab Goswami.